very special places. I grew up in a small farm town, but our library was in a restored mansion of somebody who used to own the local distillery. And so all the, 2 or 3 floors of beautiful oak furniture and banisters and crystal chandeliers, and that's where our library was. My mother used to drop me off every day when she got go out, not every day, but when she got shopping, she'd just drop me off at the library, and I would just spend hours reading. And even at the school, and I even loved the bookmobile that would go around and take books from one place to another. When I got into the universities, was amazed with these libraries that would have 3 or 4 levels below ground, just stacks of books and journals one after another, and it just seemed like such a magnificent place to be, surrounded by all this knowledge that was all gathered together in one place. And now we have a new favorite library, and that's our one here at Clayton State, and it reflects the changing nature of libraries, that libraries are not just where information is gathered and put into one place. Instead, they serve as sort of a portal where students can come in and access information from literally around the world and from sources, back for centuries and from multiple geographic locations. And so it's a whole new world that we're living in. And you can tell as you look in the library, the openness of the design, I think, very much reflects the openness of the learning environment and knowledge sources today. The fact that we actually have clusters of chairs where students can sit and talk in the library and not get shushed all the time. They actually have quiet rooms that are separate from the library. In the main area, they actually encourage discussion and conversation, because that's how young people, when they're learning today, they want to be able to chat at the same time that they're looking things up and engaging, interacting at the same time that they are hopefully studying. So it's a beautiful facility that reflects in so many ways the changing nature of libraries and of our university, and it's just a real pleasure that we can gather today and mark the opening of that. And it does reflect so many years of hard work, and I'm going to let others identify all those who were involved throughout the process, because I don't want to miss anyone. But it was clearly a university-wide effort that took a lot of support and pulling together resources and ideas to get to the point that we are today. Of course, our main concern is the opportunity that it's providing our students, and so it's appropriate that the first one to speak this morning will be Ms. Destiny Battle, the chair of our Student Government Association.
Greetings, faculty, staff, and students. Please allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Destiny Battle, and I am the Student Government Association's president. I would like to first thank you guys for coming to this wonderful opportunity. This is a monumental occasion for Clayton State University, and I'm thankful that you all could be here. I would like to thank the Dean of Library and for embarking on this renovation journey, and Clayton State for providing funds. As students, it is our job to keep our university clean, and let's give the new and improved library the same treatment. Thank you.
Well, we do want to single out names who just helped lead this project through and countless revisions and modifications and looking at other models and helping to help us visualize what came to be our Dean of Libraries, Gordon Baker.
Okay, when I printed this out this morning, I thought I had a large enough font, but I don't. So. Anyway, good morning. This journey began in 2011 with the realization that the university was not supporting our students in the way it should, the library. Our students were surveyed, and those results were compared with national surveys, and the results showed that our students wanted several items. They wanted to be able to see the outside. They wanted to be seen. They wanted to have a place to study and to socialize. They wanted to have a place to spread out. They wanted a place where they could have collaborative learning spaces, and they wanted a place that they could easily get help. fortunate to be able to visit many college, public, and academic libraries across the Southeast. Associate Dean Kathy Jeffrey and I were able to participate in a National Academic Library Planning and Revitalization Conference. A chance meeting at the university put the university in contact with David Moore of McMillan, Passon, Smith Architects, who crafted my vision to take a building planned in the mid-1970s and turn it into a student-focused multimedia technology center for the 21st century. You will see the fulfillment of this vision shortly. This renovated facility would not have been possible without the following help. President Tim Hines and Vice President Corliss Cummings, who found the funds to make the vision become a reality. Provost Michael Crafton and Kevin Dimmitt and the entire academic affairs team who worked to provide a smooth transition of spaces. Vice President Kate Trollstrom and her team for their guidance and support. To the Information Technology Services team and Vice President Bill Bruska for their knowledge and guidance. To each member of the library staff for their day-to-day suggestions and support. A special thanks to Jennifer Duke, Heidi Benford, and Rosemary Fisher for their help in color selections since I am colorblind. I hope I match today. To facility management for their almost hourly support. To Pretty Battio, project manager, for her calming influence and her shared vision of the process. Others to thank include representatives of the Administrative Council, procurement, accounts payable, auxiliary services, public safety, and those areas that had to be relocated for this renovation to be accomplished. The Center for Academic Success, the Testing Center, software support, and media services. Also thanks to the Georgia Archives, who partnered with us to store the university's archival materials. And most of all, thanks to our students, who were not too dismayed about having to relocate studying, but I think will be very happy today. At the conclusion of today's program, I invite you to see a space that has transitioned from no study rooms to 10 study rooms, from seating for 200 to seating for almost 700. But most of all, a place in the 1970s to a place in the 21st century. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Baker. And as Gordon so clearly laid out, it really was a university-wide effort, which requires leadership and vision at the time. So you to give the university perspective, President Tim Hines.
There are a few people who are looking around when Kevin talks about leadership and vision, and then he introduced me. I do want to echo a few of the comments that Gordon made. The survey of our students about what they were looking for in a new library setting, in remarkable ways, parallels the result of a survey I was reading just last night that was conducted at MIT. As MIT was going about the business of revising their library space. And the students there were saying the same things that the students here were saying. We want a chance to work with others. We want to be close to conflict. We want to be in a place in which we can see outside and outside can see inside. A connectedness of knowledge in a lot of ways. And that is, I think, a part of the permanence of what a library ought to do, as well as the changing environment of a 21st century world of robotics, world of information technology, which also has to be part of a learning environment. Certainly, libraries on university campuses have traditionally been seen as focal points. Perhaps not as radically as historian Shelby Foote, who once once observed that a university is a group of buildings gathered around a library. And also a focal point of a university's academic and life of the mind. Now, there was a period of time in which the information age was seen as a declaration of the end of the library. Right? That, and quite frankly, I believe nothing could be more from the truth. It may be an end of an unexamined set of assumptions about how a library should function. But it was the very beginning with that examination of how, in an information age, the life of the mind is connected even now with the sense of place. And Dollar Hour argues that it is essential to combine access to that place with electronic resources and interactions, which together need to be the hallmark of the 21st century, and that sense of place for a university becomes a library. Just today, in the Chronicle on Higher Education, the president of Northeastern University was talking about the roles that universities have in an economy in which some people are predicting that 45% of the jobs done will be outsourced to robots. My name was there to be outsourced in any place. But what Joseph Ahn argued was to flourish in such an economy, all students, regardless of their academic inclinations, will require a new literacy, supplementing their specializations with studies from other parts of the curricular spectrum. That literacy includes quantitative skills as well as humanities such as art and design. It broadens students' viewpoints, pushes them to make connections, helps them contemplate deeper truths of human existence, and above all, it encourages exploration and therefore creativity. Creativity does not arise according to rational sequence of steps. It strikes as the mind sifts through a wide range of concepts and experiences, and as I would say, and interacts with other people. And no better location, I think, than a library is the hallmark of that level of preparation to which this institution is committed, and to which the reopening of the library serves as a centerpiece for those kinds of activities. I have the honor of introducing. Are you supposed to do this? Okay, can I do? Am I? I've known. I've known Merrill Henson since the time I had hair. Merrill was part of a group of individuals who had been influential, who had created the seeds, who had created the foundation for what would later be Galileo. Right? As the then chancellor was looking for some hairy big idea that would have traction not only with the academic community, but with a Georgia community that wanted, at the time of the development of the Olympics, to have the same sort of big intellectual splash, transformational intellectual splash that the Olympics had for Atlanta. There came Galileo. And Merrill was one of those people who was at the heart of that, and who now serves, well, I think she's still serving proudly. We're proud that she still serves the university system of Maryland.
I am really excited to be here today because, and I would say that people at the university system office would love to be here too. They would be having so much more fun than whatever it is they're working on right now. So, but I bring you greetings from all of them. But I'm excited because I remember when. Tim said that, you know, he knew me when he had hair, but my hair used to be really dark black. known each other for a long time, and many of the meetings that actually led to the development of Galileo were hosted right here at Clayton State in what we called at that time the GSAMS room, way back when. So I know what it looked like here in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. I am also very honored to be here because I know how much Dr. Baker and the library staff at Clayton really have wished for this moment. Some of you may not understand, but libraries go beyond just the space that they're in. They go just beyond their campus. We have lots of connections all across in order to serve the students and faculty. And in order to make those connections, our librarians work in a lot of different committees and task forces and participate in a number of ways. And the Clayton Library staff is one of the groups of people that we know we can always count on. We can count on them to look for the difficult issues and tasks, to help us with ideas about how we should work. And so this is ongoing. We're in the process of working on a new library system, and one of the people here at Clayton State is heading up the committee on cataloging, which is really the core of how we have access to information for our students and faculty. And so let me thank them for that. But I know, just in talking with them and their day-to-day things, they have just longed for this. Can't wait for this to happen. We're so excited this is going to happen. We're getting some money for renovation. We're just so really happy. And I know that I understand that longing. I explained to someone from Columbus how much I understood that longing. So this is really exciting. And I've also had the privilege of working with Dr. Hines and Vice President Cummings over here, and Vice President Bill Bruska in a number of ways. And I don't know many of the other deans and vice presidents here, but I do know that libraries don't get money, big money, unless there's big support for what they're wanting to do. And so I appreciate the support from all of you, and the support that the facilities people especially will continue to have to do to sort of tweak those little things that maybe just aren't perfect today, but those things are really important, and so we appreciate those, because again, not only do they support the students here, they support the students elsewhere. Libraries and information and users have changed over the years, as you've heard people allude to. We're no longer the storehouses of books. Our services extend way beyond the walls of campuses. And sometimes users will tell us, well, we don't use the library, we don't go to the library, we use things online, not realizing that the library is actually providing that set of services for people. Because we try our best to make it easy. But still, the library as place is a very significant part of the academy. And information, while increasingly electronically, no matter what some of us might like, that feel of the book, the mechanics of the book, it still is pretty easy. You don't have to have batteries that run out like your iPhone. So the book is still a really pretty good thing. And actually, there's still content that's not available in the book form, in electronic form. But the other thing is our users are increasingly busy people. Everybody here busy? Everybody have a lot of things that they're doing? But with the internet, we're finding that not only are people busy, there's just this information overload in some ways. It's just an abundance of information. So the challenge for libraries is to try to provide that high quality information, provided in a place that you feel comfortable, that you can use, and feel really good about where you are, that allows you to reflect on what you're learning, allows you to get help from those great people at Clayton State, and again, to grab your attention. So one of the things that I think about this space is that this space will grab your attention. It's a place for innovation. It's a place for productivity. There are all these study rooms allowing for collaboration and knowledge creation. And one of the things that I would say to students here in particular, the knowledge isn't just created by your faculty and your teachers. You create knowledge when you work on research papers, when you work on projects. And some of the work that you do may be the impetus for something major in this world. So don't think that just because you're working on a little paper that research isn't important. So you have a role in terms of this too. But this space speaks to your ability to be able to do that, to have a space that's focused on you as the user and focused on the life of the user and your relationship with the technologies, the content, and provides you that support. It really speaks to creating a space for your success. And that to me is really very, very exciting and wonderful. And I hope you will enjoy it. I am going to retire soon, and I'm going to come spend some time in the Clayton, in the archives nearby. And I think there's a space out there that I just might need to come over and sit and reflect and look out the window at Swan Lake, and I know it will be wonderful, and I know you all will enjoy it. And so use this wonderful space, take advantage of it while you are here, and students, just so you know, if I see you somewhere, I have a tendency to say, do you know your librarian? Do you know Dr. Baker? Do you know Joan Taylor? Do you know? And I will see you again and will ask you, did you find them? Because I believe those relationships are important, and that space will help you to build those relationships. So thank you for including me, and the best to all of you, and it's just wonderful to see that nice space.
Thank you, Meryl, for so eloquently just sharing the vision that we all hold, and we do look forward to having you back here quite often. Just get a cup of coffee at Jasmine, you can take it into the library and enjoy all you want. We'll have a special announcement from President Hines.
In addition to reopening the library, I also have the honor and privilege to announce a very significant legacy gift to Clayton State University and the library. Gordon, would you mind coming up and joining us, please? You may know, you may not know, but I'm going to say it anyway, that Gordon's family has been involved in education for more than 100 years. And he doesn't look, someone looked at me this morning and quoted Merle Haggard talking about Willie Nelson and said, Willie, you don't look at all like 65. I said, yeah, but I remember when you did look like 65. Gordon has made provisions in his estate plan for the specific benefit of the Library of Clayton State University. Upon the realization of the estate plan by Clayton State University Foundation, providing funds received satisfy minimum standards, Merrill will report this back to the Board of Regents, that will be received and approved in accordance with the Board of Regents policy. The main library at Clayton State University will be named the Newton Baker Family Library. And the funds received will be established an endowment to maintain and enhance the efforts of the library to support and advance student learning. So on behalf of the institution,
Thank you so much, Gordon, just for your dedication and leadership, and now this kind of lasting legacy. Over the summer, I got to visit the Harvard Library, and the donor there who lost a husband and son in the Titanic, when she gave her gift to the library, required three things: that they always change the flower in her husband's office, that they never add on to the building, and that all the students learn to swim. So we're thankful there's no no strings attached. This thing, we do invite you to join the ribbon cutting, and will that be at the front entrance?
Yes, that's you see.
Okay, so you see, so you'll exit the building, go left and then right, and we'll gather there for the ribbon cutting, and then there's some refreshments inside, and we invite you just to walk around, explore all the library, just the great spaces that you'll see as you open up one door after another. Thank you very much.
Oh, no, we're all good friends. Gordon, you can take the lead on this. As I often like to say in these ceremonies, I'm not around to learn scissors. So.
All right, guys, everybody look this way for one photo, okay? Everybody, big smile. Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go.
There we go. All right, who all's coming in here? Hey, John. How's it going?
They're renaming all the buildings Auburn because they got it hired.
Hey, how you doing?
Yes,
All right, congrats. A lot of work.
That's the guy that did it.
Oh, I'll tell you what. All right, and the videographer is always last, so I'm going in next. I'm not going to wait on everybody. Well, no, I'll wait on Barbara. So Barbara will be almost last. Hi. All right. Congrats. Okay, now, before they all close the doors on me, let me grab my backpack and head on in. So here's what you see upon entering. Well, Gordon won't always be here, but...
Have you been to Missouri yet?
So check out, instead of shelving everywhere, got plenty of room to study. When you talk about it being open, yeah, it's open all right. And yes, you can see to the outside. All right, congratulations, Joan.
Thanks. You gotta get yourself a snack.
Get myself a what now?
Get a snack.
Oh yes, I definitely will.
Recording.
That's right. That's right. You did great. Thank you. I'm going to switch over to the view outside and we'll get a view out the front.
And notice the new clock.
Yeah, how about that? I don't know if I can get it from over here, but I'll try it. Let me see. If I can't get it from here, I'll get it later. Yeah, there's somebody right in the way of it, so I'll get a better shot.
This is my favorite room. Actually, this is a nice.
Oh, which room is this?
This is the legal. We're gonna have signage. The signage hasn't arrived yet.
Okay.
But that's our.
It's a quiet
all
room.
the legal. Well, it's really kind of the legal resource room,
Oh, wow.
and a lot of the paralegal resources will be in here.
Wow. How about that? Lots of volumes. Oh, my gosh. And how about the chairs?
Yeah, we like those chairs.
Those look so cool. And I don't think I'd last but just a few minutes in them. I'd be asleep.
Yeah, this is cool.
Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. There's the view looking out the main entrance. And they've got new counter space over there. And place to do individual study. Or you could even team up with someone here in this kind of space that they have. The group study areas are nice. And yes, plenty of light coming in. This faces south. It's a cloudy day today, but it'll be plenty bright in here. As you look out here toward Swan Lake, and over there toward Edgewater Hall, formerly the D building. And now we can see the clock. I think it's probably best seen from a distance. And Laura's getting to talk with Dr. Hines.
Well, and this doesn't look supposed to. There's Kevin over there.
Hi.
He's already looking out the window.
That's right.
There's nothing
That's right.
candid about it.
No, Rosemary will get a copy of this. Y'all will be immortalized.
Oh, man.
We're in the archives now. And thankfully, now they got a good place to display all kind of cool designs and plans. Rosemary has plenty of room to work and have fun. Hey, Rosemary.
I am excellent. How are you? And how are you doing? I'm excellent. I'm excellent.
This unusual view of the campus where north is down and south is up. You can see the railroad tracks and North Lake Drive on the right. Notice Clayton State Boulevard. It didn't cross the tracks, it just stopped. So that all got added later. And so did a whole lot of other things. Nice view of the library here.
So nice, isn't it? Isn't it?
Big change.
Yes. Thanks very much. So, yes.
Well, they got drinks out there, plenty of good food here, so I'm going to try that. So, really thankful this is all finished. Yeah, the lobby's changed around. You know, they used to have a counter over here a long time ago. Still can go downstairs to my office, but the security area for the library starts right with that glass wall. So yeah, this is extra good. L200 is still here. Let's take a look. It's the library classroom. So they can teach everybody about what things are like here. Yeah, they've got a projector up there now. It's set up pretty nicely. Okay. Let's go out. We'll finish up. So that's all for today, January 27th, 2016. And one quick view. And then we'll be done. Somebody's calling my name. Who could it be? Uh-oh. It's Mike and Muhammad. How's it going, y'all? Congratulations. Hopefully all those
Thank you very much.
all those electrical adventures are over, I hope.
Oh yeah.
Now I have a policy, I don't usually take videos of people when they're eating, so I'll stop now. So we'll see y'all later.
Just when it trips, we'll go reset it.
All right, mighty good. See y'all later and thanks again. All right, bye.